Tony Orlando, a name you'll always remember, a voice you'll never forget. It's Saturday Nights with Tony Orlando on Music Radio 77 WABC. Now, here's your host, Tony Orlando.
Hey, thank you, Cousin Brucey, for an amazing show. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming one more Saturday night. Another Saturday night, as they say. And Matt Dahl, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Let's get this thing started. Start me up. WABC 77. Right here, iconic radio. Music, music, music. Ain't nothing like the Stones, buddy. Hey, we have a legend coming tonight. That's right. Tonight's the night we all say hello to Engelbert Humperdinck. You stay tuned with us. Right now, Rod Stewart, man. Yeah, you got to get romantic when it comes to Engelbert. Come on, Rod. Set it up for us.
Stay away from my window. Stay away from my back door too. Disconnect the telephone line. Relax, baby, and draw that line. Kick off your shoes and Just let your inhibitions run wild. The secret is about to unfold. Upstairs before the night's too old. Tonight's the night. It's gonna be alright. 'Cause I love you, girl. Ain't nobody gonna stop us now.
Rod Stewart, all the way from England. We take it all the way to Canada because there's an artist named Andy Kim who wrote and performed this one. Again, Engelbert is on his way. You got that, ladies? He's on his way.
Ain't it good? Ain't it right that you are with me here tonight? Music playing, our bodies swaying in time. Touching you, so warm and tender. Lord, I feel such a sweet surrender. Beautiful is the dream that makes you mine. Rock me gently, rock me slowly. Take it easy, don't you know that I have never been loved like this before? Baby, baby, rock me gently, rock me slowly. Take it easy, don't you know that I have never been loved like this before? Oh my darling, oh my baby, you got the moves that drive me crazy. And on your face, I see a trace of love. Come hold me close, don't let me go. I need you, honey, I love you so. You were made for me by the stars above. Rock me gently, rock me slowly. Take it easy, don't you know that I have never been loved like this before? And baby, baby, rock me gently, rock me slowly. Take it easy, don't you know that I have never been loved like this before? Rock me gently, rock me slowly. Take it easy, don't you know that I have never been loved like this before? Ain't it good? Ain't it right that you are with me here tonight? Rock me gently, rock me slowly. Take it easy, don't you know that I have never been loved like this before?
Andy Kim. Right here on WABC 77. This is Tony Orlando. What's love got to do with it?
You must understand the touch of your hand makes my pulse react. That it's only the thrill of boy meeting girl opposites attract. It's physical, only logical. You must try to ignore that. getting confused when you're close to me. If I tend to look dazed, I read it someplace. I've got cause to be. There's a name for it. There's a phrase that fits. But whatever the reason, you do it for me. Oh, what's love got to do? Got to do with it. What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do? Got to do with it. Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? I've been taking on a new direction, but I have to say, I've been thinking about my own protection. It scares me to feel this way. Oh, what's love got to do? Got to do with it. What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do? Got to do with it. Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Got to do with it. What's love but a sweet old-fashioned notion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Ooh, got to do with it.
Everything has got to do with it, Tina. You know that better than anybody.
77 WABC, All American.
This is Saturday Nights with Tony Orlando.
77 WABC. Charge!
Hey, you know, before I bring Engelbert on, I'm so excited because you'll be able to see Engelbert Humperdinck, his first ever Christmas special, on Saturday, December 12th at noon Pacific and 3 p.m. East Coast, live streamed via loopedlive.com. You can't miss it. He sings for you. You call in. You talk to him. That's the great thing about, virtual broadcasting, that you can actually get up close to the performer. You couldn't do that in a concert hall, but you can do that on your smart TV, on your phone. However, there's so many ways to be able to love this great, beloved entertainer that I know you all love, as I do. So to see Engelbert's Christmas show, remember, try this, www.eventsloopedlive.com/Engelbert. One more time, www.events.loopedlive.com/Engelbert. Looped, it will be looped, will present the live stream broadcast of Engelbert Humperdinck's very first Christmas special, accompanied by a series of video meet and greet sessions, so you can actually call in, have a conversation with him like it's at his home. I mean, it's crazy. He's home by his fireplace, and you're talking to him about Christmas, and not only is he singing for you, he's talking with you. That's the kind of relationship he has built with his fans. So join Engelbert from his home in California for an evening of festive celebrations and songs. This exclusive and uniquely intimate live stream event will include performances of a selection of favorite holiday classics and brand new Christmas songs. So you can connect with fellow fans from around the world as Engelbert welcomes you into his home for a very special virtual Christmas get-together. This is perfect, a perfect way to celebrate the holidays, and it would make the ideal gift for anyone that you know. And this is going worldwide, by the way. So from your computers, your web browser or by using Looped mobile app on your tablet and cell phone or screencast to your smart TV. So you meet and greet with him. You'll hear him sing Christmas songs, new and old. And to purchase tickets for either the live stream concert event or virtual VIP on video, visit this here, www.events.looplive.com, Engelbert. So get your pencils out. I'm going to repeat that because I'm going too fast for my own self here. www.events.looplive.com. So that's looped, LOOPED, live.com/Engelbert. And so that will be your chance to be able to spend Christmas with this incredibly iconic, incredible singer. And ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, and we'll still talk about his Christmas show and all of the great things he's accomplished in our business, please, my friend, Engelbert Humperdinck. So cuando, what does that mean? It means when. Ladies, when it comes to Engelbert Humperdinck, only you can answer that question.
Tell me, when will you be mine? Tell me quando we can share a love divine. Please don't make me wait again. When will you say yes to me? Tell me quando you mean happiness to me. Oh, my love, please tell me when. Every moment's a day. Every day seems a lifetime. Let me show you the way to a joy beyond compare. I can wait a moment more. Tell me quando say it's me that you adore. And then, darling, tell me when. A day, every day seems a lifetime. Let me show you the way to a joy beyond compare. I can wait a moment more. Tell me quando tell me when. When?
Right now, it's my honor to introduce you all to a legend, an icon, the one and only Engelbert Humperdinck. Having you on is humbling. Seriously.
Oh, come on.
No, really. I'm serious. I'm not kidding you. You know,
Tony,
you're
where
an
are you?
amazing. I'm in my home in Branson, Missouri. I'm doing this show.
Yeah.
I'm doing this show for WABC, which, by the way, if you go back to our beginnings, that was the radio station that played our records in New York and really set us all out there in the beginning days for you and me. But it's good to talk to you. You know, I watched the other day. Can we start? You want to start just taping right now?
What's that?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so humbled. I'm so proud that my friend Engelbert Humperdinck is on the phone with us. Hello, Engelbert.
How you doing, Tony?
Yeah, it's good.
My God.
I mean,
It's,
I'm telling you,
I was for a while now.
a while. In fact, I was watching the show that we did on my variety show, and I'll never forget this. I don't think you know this part of the story, but Carol O'Connor was a guest with you and I, remember? And Carol, of course, had the all in the family. And he said to me before he went on, he says, Tony, I can't sing in front of Engelbert Humperdinck. Are you crazy? I said, what are you talking about? He goes, I'm not going to sing. I'm not going to sit next to him. I said, hey, you and me both, buddy. What are you talking about? You're going to stand next to one of the great voices of all time. And it's the truth. You know, I listened to the records before we did the show, and it occurred to me two things about you. One, you turn on the radio and you hear your voice, and there's no doubt who it is. The style and the sound and the timbre is unlike any other singer. I mean, I know that you're aware of that. You must be aware of that. But starting out, you didn't know. You didn't realize it, I'm sure, right? I mean, when you started out, you were just singing the song. But what an amazing, identifiable sound you have, man.
It's been an amazing career. I just can't believe it myself. Sometimes I really have to pinch myself to think that I've achieved so much in my life. This is unbelievable. You know, it's just an unbelievable career. And it all started with the Beatles. You know, stopping the Beatles from going to number one with that, with Release Me, and way back in 1967 with Penny Lane. Right? You know, Penny Lane they had the double side, Penny Lane and Strawberry Fields, and along came Release Me and stopped the almighty Beatles from going to number one.
You did, and you know that record, by the way. I remember when I first heard it on the air, it blew me away because it was what was going on in the record business was Beatles, 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 Dave Clark 5, the British invasion, and here comes Engelbert with the number one most romantic, beautiful record, and soulful, by the way, really a soulful performance that you did on that record. You know what? Take me back for a second. Take the audience back for a second. You go in the studio. And you go in the studio and you cut Release Me.
Yeah.
Do you have a memory of that day, of that session?
I surely do. I'm going to tell you something. When Gordon Mills played the song to me, it was on a musician called Frank Weir who played the soprano sax. Excuse me. You know, have you ever heard of him?
Yes,
yes,
anyway, sure.
He had a version on soprano sax, and I heard this melody and I thought, Gordon, this is an amazing melody. Let's find the lyric, and I'd love to record it, you know. And I didn't realize that this song was written in the 1949 it was first released. And it's had many people record this version, including the great Ray Pipes, who did the last version. And he always said to his audience, you know, ladies and gentlemen, this used to be my song until Engelbert Humperdinck came along and made it a big hit. He said, but it used to be my song, but I'm still going to sing it.
And nobody else, Ange, really was at that time, as I remember, was able to cross over pop charts and country charts. I mean, you really did you did the spectrum, man. That's very unusual in those years. You know?
I did make the crossover, yeah.
You know, I think of the time that you did. Tell me if I'm wrong. Was the song that you did on our variety show, After the Lovin'? Was that the first time? My memory tells me that was debuted on that show. I might be wrong, but I felt on the Tony Orlando and Dawn. On the Tony Orlando and Dawn variety show.
I think it might have. I think you may be right there. Yeah,
Because you know what
In 10
what
years-
I remember? What I remember about you, you went into the studio with us with the orchestra to pre-record the track, and you kind of produced that track. I'm standing next to you, and your production knowledge and your understanding of studio work blew me away. And you had to have it a certain, and that when I listen to that performance now on that show, nailed it. It almost sounds like the record. It's unbelievable that and if you remember those, they didn't have great sound in the studios in those days, Ange, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it was like a little box for a monitor. It was just crazy. Ange, I'm so glad you wanted to stay. So, Engelbert, before we go to the next part of this interview, please, I have to play this. My mind is going, cuando, when are you going to play Release Me? Now.
Please release me, let me go, for I don't love you anymore.
You hear that voice, and you know exactly who it is.
To waste our lives would be a sin. Release me and let me love again.
No, we're not releasing you. We're going to keep on talking after this one, Engelbert.
I have found a new love, dear, and I will always want her near. Her lips are warm while yours are cold. Release me, my darling, let me go. For I don't love you anymore. To waste my life would be a sin. So release me and let me love again. Please release me, can't you see? You'd be a fool to cling to me. To live a life would bring us pain. So release me and let me love again.
What a great rendition. What a great song. I'm not kidding. Everybody in the studio at WABC radios go, Engelbert Humperdinck, Dave Labrazzi, our vice president here at WABC. What are you kidding me? You got who on? Who? And I'm saying, not only do we have him on, but we have a chance to talk to him about something very special. This Christmas show, wow, what a great thing that the fans can talk to you and zoom in on you, and you can be home in your home. What a life we have now! My God, this is
the funny thing is, I was talking about you the other day with my daughter, And my daughter is her daughter who's a brilliant. She's only 12, and she's like a Whitney Houston. Unbelievable vocal cords she's got. You know, she's guesting on my Christmas show. She's going to guest on it, and
that's awesome.
And unfortunately, they've all been suffering with this COVID, but they're on the mend now. You know,
oh my gosh,
and mother, and they're on the mend, thank God. And when it's time for her to go in, she found a place which you did the first what was it, Johnny Cash and you did a Christmas special at one of his little houses, and
that's right. That's right. We sang Yellow Ribbon together.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. That's where she's going to do her number on guesting on my show from. She's going to do it right there. So you're part of that, Tony.
Oh my God! What a great thing. That's great, Engelbert. Thank you. Tell me about her. Tell me about. Are you going into the studio with her?
I'm telling you now. I'll be honest with you. She's a superstar. She is a superstar. I'm telling you. She's the most unbelievable pipes you've ever heard. Unbelievable.
Like pops and grandpops. I mean, come on. It's got to run in the family. You know, that voice has. And I was telling the people on the show earlier before you got on, Engelbert, I think it's important, and I'm sure it's this way with that young girl of yours, to have a sound of her own, You know, it's one thing to have a great voice, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
It's so important. So when you listen to her, do you hear that? Do you hear a special timbre and a special sound that's all hers?
Oh, she's special. She's very special. You know what? Being as she's my granddaughter, you think, you know, I'm blowing smoke, but I'm not. For me to say she's unbelievable, she's unbelievable. You know,
Engelbert, I know you a long time. The one thing you don't do is lie. If you don't like something, you're going to let people know it. I know that about you for many years, and that's what you hope for in a person is a truth person, and that's what you do with your music. That's what you've done with your life. That's how you're doing this Christmas special. This Christmas special is inviting everybody who's ever loved you into your home.
Yeah,
man. That's an awesome
idea. I'm so looking forward to doing it. I swear to God. I've chosen, and the kind of material I've chosen, you know, is so apropos for this, what's happening in the world today, you know, and I think I've chosen the right songs, and being as it's in my house, it's sort of it's making it very comfortable for everybody to watch, you know, as long as they have Wi-Fi.
Right. And, you know, the thing is you can see it on so many different platforms and see it even, I mean, you can see it right on your laptop. You can see it on your iPad. You can see it on your telephone. We live in a time now, you know, this is a terrible thing that's happened with this pandemic. But think of the joy, and you're experiencing with your family who's had this horrible disease, this virus, which is, thank God they're okay. But, you know, you've started something here that I think is important for this Christmas because people are hurting. People are hurting without businesses
so many
closed.
Ways of being hurt,
so many ways the country has been hurt. The world has been hurt. And you are affording them an opportunity to relax at home, to enjoy a friendship with you. You've been a part of their life for so many years. You've been a part of my life. I'm a fan first. Let me tell you something. I know you and I've had the opportunity to work next to you, but I've got to be straight with you, man. I mean, I'm blown away every time I hear you sing. I'm a biggest Engelbert fan, and I'm going to tell you something, Ange. You coming on this show has made everybody at WABC so proud and so happy. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing your voice with us all these years and your talent, and especially the Engelbert Humperdinck Christmas Special, Saturday, December 12th at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. East Coast, and you can go loopedlive.com. I think I have that right. And I'll keep saying it throughout the show. I'll keep saying it throughout the show. A Merry Christmas to you, Engelbert Humperdinck. A Happy New Year, healthy and happy to you and your family. I pray to the Lord above that he continue continues to bless you.
Thank you, Tony. God bless you too, and all your listeners. And I do appreciate talking to you after such a long time. And please don't be a stranger on the Talking Channel, okay?
You got it, my friend. God bless you. And by the way, an early Happy New Year to you. Engelbert Humperdinck, the great Engelbert Humperdinck. So yes, I feel proud that we introduced this song on my variety show in 1976, I think it was, or 75. When you came on, we did you, me, and Carol O'Connor did a bit together. We sang together. And little did I know that when you walked on that stage, After the Lovin' would be a hit. And I mean a hit, like 2 weeks after that appearance. It went from nowhere to number one, the quickest, fastest number one record I ever saw. Here it is. Engelbert Humperdinck, After the Lovin'. Thank you so much for being on our show. Music, 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 Saturday nights, WABC.
So I sing you to sleep after the loving with a song I just wrote yesterday. And I hope you can hear what the words and the music have to say. It's so hard to explain everything that I'm feeling face to face. I just seem to go dry. But I love you so much that the sound of your voice can get me high. Thanks for taking me on a one-way trip to the sun. And thanks for turning me into someone. So I sing you to sleep after the loving. I brush back the hair from your eyes, and the love on your face is so real that it makes me wanna cry. And I know that my song isn't saying anything new. Oh, but after the loving, I'm still in love with you. So I sing you to sleep after the loving. I brush back the hair from your eyes, and the love on your face is so real that it makes me wanna cry. And I know that my song isn't saying anything new. Oh, but after the loving, I'm still in love with you. Yes, after the loving, I'm still in love with you. After the loving, I'm still in love with you.
Wow! What a weekend! With 77 WABC. Wow, wow, wow!
Tony Orlando is rocking your Saturday night.
Music Radio 77, WABC.
Engelbert Humperdinck has all the ladies dancing on the ceiling out there. Hey, Lionel, come on, buddy. Right here, Tony Orlando, 77 WABC. Music, music, music. I gotta have Lionel Richie in my life every day. By the way, that lyric written by the great Cynthia Wilde with the incredible Lionel Richie. You know, there was a young man that I had a chance to work on stage with who left this world much too young. And he was the kindest kid you ever want to meet. I remember I was working in Honolulu, and his mother and father were in the audience, and he was with his mom and dad, and that's Andy Gibb. And Andy came up on stage, and we sang a few songs together. And I was just blown away by his humble heart, his incredible instincts on stage. And I look back on it now with a memory that is imprinted on my brain, and he'll be forever in my heart. I miss you, Andy. You're a great young man. We love you. Thank you for your music. And the Bee Gees, that whole family is something special. So keep the dancing alive. Come on, as we keep your legacy alive. Ain't nobody like Andy Gibb. Ain't nobody like the Bee Gees and that family. Are you kidding me? Listen to this young man.
You got me looking at that heaven in your eyes. I was chasing your direction. I was telling you no lies, and I was loving you. When the words are said, baby, I lose my head. And in a world of people, there's only you and I. There ain't nothing come between us in the end. I can hold you when you ain't even mine. Only you can see me through. I leave it up to you. Do it right, take me through the night. Shadow dancing, baby, you do it right. Give me more, drive me across the floor. Shadow dancing, all this and nothing more. All that I need is just one moment in your arms. I was chasing your affection. I was doing you no harm, and I was loving you. Make it shine, make it rain. Baby, I know my way. I need that sweet sensation of living in your love. I can't breathe when you're away. It pulls me down. You want a question and the answer am I. Only you can see me through. I leave it up to you. Do it right, take me through the night. Shadow dancing, baby, you do it right. Give me more, drive me across the floor. Shadow dancing, all this and nothing more. And in this world of people, there's only you and I. There ain't nothing come between us in the end. I can hold you when you ain't even mine. Only you can see me through. I leave it up to you. Light taking me through the night. Shadow dancing, baby, you do it right. Give me more, drive me across the floor. Shadow dancing, all this and nothing more. Do it right, take me through the night. Shadow dancing, baby, you do it right. Give me more, drive me across the floor. Shadow dancing, all this and nothing more. Do it right, take me through the night. Shadow dancing, baby, you do it right. Give me more, drive me across the floor. Shadow dancing, all this and nothing more. Do it right, take me through the night. Shadow dancing, baby, you do it right. Give me more, drive me across the floor. Shadow dancing, all this and nothing more.
Andy Gibb. Andy Gibb. Great artist, great young man. You know what I noticed tonight? You're listening to, Engelbert Humperdinck, and then you listen to Rod Stewart, and you listen to Andy Kim, and then you listen to Lionel, and you listen to Andy. You realize that if anybody out there has kids that have a band, okay, or young people out there who are starting a band, Well, young singers out there, it's very important to know this, okay? It's not that important to have a great big voice. It's important to have a style, to have a sound, so that when you make records and you turn on the radio, you recognize that voice when you hear Engelbert or Rod Stewart. So work on your own sound. Yes, having a great voice is important, but it's more important in record making to have a sound of your own. So when the radio is turned on, you go, oh, I know that's Frank Sinatra. I know that's Sam Cooke. I know that's Engelbert Humperdinck. And I know this guy, Burton Cummings of Guess Who, an incredibly recognizable voice. Great record, great artist from Canada. Guess Who, lead singer, Burton Cummings.
These eyes cry every night for you. These arms long to hold you again. The curtains on me, yeah. I will never be free, no, my baby, no, no. You gave a promise to me, yeah. You broke it, oh no. These eyes watched you bring my world to an end. This heart could not accept and pretend. The curtains on me, yeah, and I will never be free, no, no, no. You took the vow with me, yeah, you spoke it, babe. These eyes are crying, these eyes have seen a lot of love, but they're never gonna see another one like I had with you. These eyes are crying, these eyes have seen a lot of love, but they're never gonna see another one like I had with you. These eyes are crying, these eyes have seen a lot of love, but they're never gonna see another one like I had with you. These eyes cry every night for you. These arms long to hold you again. These eyes are crying, these eyes have seen a lot of love, but they're never gonna see another one like I had with you. These eyes are crying, these eyes have seen a lot of love, but they're never gonna see another one like I had with you. These eyes are crying, these eyes have seen a lot of love, but they're never gonna see another one like I had with you. These eyes are crying, these eyes have seen a lot of love, but they're never gonna see another one like I had with you.
Burton Cummings could sing. Man, can he sing. Hey, listen, we have a segment every single Saturday night called Who's Behind the Music? So stay tuned, because the guy who produced those Engelbert Humperdinck records and others, Joel Diamond, is coming up right after this.
This is Saturday Nights with Tony Orlando.
77 WABC. Charge!
Saturday Nights with Tony Orlando.
Music Radio 77 WABC.
I wonder, should I go or should I stay? The band had only one more song to play. And then I saw you at the corner of my eye. A little girl alone and so shy. I had the last waltz with you. Two lonely people together.
Now, don't forget, you can waltz with Engelbert on his Christmas special, Saturday, December 12th, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. East Coast. Just go to live streamed via loopedlive.com and dance away.
The love we had was going strong. Through the good and bad we get along. And then the flame of love died in your eyes. My heart was broken too when you said goodbye. I had the last waltz with you. Two lonely people together. I fell in love with you. The last waltz should last forever. It's all over now, nothing left to say, just my tears and the orchestra play. La 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 la. La 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 la. I had the last waltz with you. Two lonely people together. I fell in love with you. The last waltz should last forever. La 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 la.
So we love this part of our show. Who's behind the music? And why do we love it? Because too many times people know the star that sang it, the performer that sang the hit record, but they know nothing about the producer, the writer, and they deserve their chance to share their stories. Right now, I have a buddy of mine who's been a friend of mine forever, and he produced Engelbert Humperdinck. In fact, he produced that song that was debuted on my television show, After the Love, and it became a monster record. So everybody say hello to a world-renowned songwriter, producer. He's done it all, Joel Diamond. Hi, Joel.
Hey, Tony. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fine. You're in California. Are you near the oak tree that fell down on the house that was 400,000 years old?
I
Am
love
I right?
that picture of you standing in front of my oak tree.
Yeah.
The most magnificent oak tree in the city of Calabasas, including all the Kardashians' oak trees.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I remember being at your house that night, standing in front. Now, folks, when I'm talking about an oak tree that was humongous, and you could tell that it was very, very old. It goes back a long time. And I said, how old is this tree? And Joe said, I don't know, but let me take a picture of you. And I took a picture in front of it. Of course, tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree made sense. Then all of a sudden, I pick up the paper and I read, tell them what happened to the oak tree, Joel.
I think you saw it on TMZ, and I gave them your picture also. In the middle of the night, for no reason, the 16-ton oak tree came crashing through the bedroom window, demolished my classic Jaguar, plus the two other cars we had in front of the house.
Unbelievable. And that is an example. I didn't know. 16 tons?
16 tons.
Wow.
What's that song?
That's
16 tons.
incredible.
What do you get? What was that song? Ernie?
Yeah, 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. And you got deeper in debt, quite frankly. That's prophetic because it knocked out the cars, it knocked out the bedroom, and thank God you and Rebecca was safe. Oh, my God, that's a blessing. Really.
Oh, my God.
And you know something, Joel?
And to think I was outside in that driveway, Tony, a couple hours before walking my dog, Buddy.
Gosh.
And if that tree had come down when I was in the driveway, there'd be, even if I saw it coming down, the wingspan was so huge, there'd be no way to get away from it.
Incredible. And you live in a beautiful part of Los Angeles, Calabasas. I lived in Hidden Hills, so I know the area very well. And you have been a friend of mine, oh, my God, forever. And I'm just so proud that you're on. And I'm happy that you're on when Engelbert was on, because you produced a record that I think is a signature song for him, a signature record for him. I think when people hear After the Lovin', it's synonymous with him. Do me a favor. Take me into the studio. Take me into the day that you heard that song, when it was played to you, and when you and Engelbert decided to go in and cut it.
Well, first of all, let me just mention to you, to backspace a second, this After the Loving was, as far as I know, Engelbert's only gold record he ever had in the United States. It was bigger than Release Me. In the United States. It won the ASCAP BMI Awards. It was Grammy nominated, #1 jukebox record of the year when they had jukeboxes.
Right.
If I can I take you before the studio, which is kind of interesting.
Yes, please.
Believe it or not, I was down in Miami Beach, and I'd already left April Blackwood Music with Clive Davis, and thank you to Tony Orlando. I got my job there.
I recommend it, Joel. And I did a good thing for Clive by doing that.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you were working there, and then you were leaving because you were so damn successful, #1 after #1, and you said, "Hey, how about Joel Diamond taking my place?" Thank God. Thank God.
Well, you know why I did that? Because you know a great song. That job was about recognizing great songs, and you see, you did it with him. Here, you just told me it was Engelbert's biggest record, gold record, Grammy nominated, all of that stuff, and his signature song. And I do believe that because he's this romantic singer. And After the Lovin' says that about him. I mean, says how sensitive he is to his lady. I mean, tell me, go back to before you cut it.
Okay.
You know, because this segment is about what happens before it becomes a hit.
Oh, yeah. A cut to, and also about having, as they say, chutzpah.
Right. Guts.
You know what chutzpah means?
Guts. Nerve.
Nerve.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm down in Miami Beach, circa 1975. It was 120 degrees outside, sitting by the pool, and there was a mariachi band, and they were playing Release Me. And I said to my friend I was with, I said, God, whatever happened to Engelbert? Because he hit a cold period there. Between all his, I mean, so many hits.
Like every singer does. Every act does.
Yes. So he hit the cold period, and I said, God, whatever happened to Engelbert? He said, I don't know. So I said, I'm going to find him when I get back. And, of course, in those days, we didn't have computers or anything else. But I dug, and I found out that he was playing in the Pocono Mountains. I forgot the name of you probably know the hotel. One of the big hotels there. Oh, no, was a hotel, whatever. So I found that he was playing there. So I said, you know something? I want to produce Engelbert. And I had no credentials up to that point, Tony. No production credentials. I said, but I want to produce Engelbert. So I called the hotel. I asked for Engelbert Humperdinck. Of course, he doesn't know me from a hole in the wall. Never picked up the phone. I called him about 6 times. The 7th time, there was a message laying on his desk in his bedroom that was picked up by somebody you may or may not know, Tony, Bernie Lang. Remember him?
Oh, of course, sure.
Bernie Lang at one time was Johnny Ray's manager.
Right. What a story this is. Gosh.
Oh, yeah, but now he was on the road with Engelbert as his road manager. So Bernie says to Engelbert, he said, hey, Eng, I know this guy. Call him back, see what he wants. He's a good guy. So Engelbert called me back. Believe it or not, I got a phone call from Engelbert, and what do you want? Bup, bup, bup. He never heard of me. So I said, I didn't say Enge. I said, Engelbert, I have a great song for you, and I think this will bring you back on the charts. It's a killer song. He said, okay. He said, I was living in New Jersey at the time. So he said, come on out to Pennsylvania, bring me the song. P.S. I didn't have a song.
Oh, my God.
I had no song. I scurried around, and I called all the writers I knew, and I called a writer named Alan Bernstein, who you know.
Sure.
Knew. Alan wrote Gary Puckett's last hit, This Girl's a Woman Now, co-wrote it.
Right.
So I called Alan, and I said, Alan, I need some songs immediately. I'm going out to meet Engelbert Humperdinck. I have nothing to bring him. So Alan gave me about half a dozen songs and some other guy. I got Neil Sedaka, a song from Howard Greenfield at the time, Hungry Years, which you know.
Oh, my God.
Which came,
Great
was
song.
on the album. Oh, yeah. So so I drive out to Pennsylvania. Now, remember, this is like right in the beginning. And I play him all the songs I have. I met him, and, thank you, Bernie Lang, for putting it together. And I play him all the songs, and he says, this is great stuff. He said, now, again, it's all timing, Tony. Everything in life is timing. At that point, Gordon Mills was always Engelbert and Tom Jones' producer. And for your listeners out there who may not know it, Tom and Engelbert were partners in the beginning, and they were under the umbrella of MAM Records. Gordon Mills is the manager and producer of both of them. But he said to me, I got to run all the songs by Gordon Mills first, all 10 songs. I've run 10 songs for an album. So I said, okay. So I hear back from him about 2 weeks later, and he said, Joel, Gordon approved everything. He said, you could produce me. I'll give you we'll get the budget. And at that time, I was wearing my publishing hat. I owned 100% copyright of After the Loving. So I didn't want it to go down the drain, so I gave it to Gordon for
So
Tom.
now I know how you ended up buying the Jaguar and the house near the big oak tree. I get it now. Okay.
So we cut it, and really, as they say, the rest is history. But even to add insult to injury, about 4 weeks after we cut After the Loving, Gordon Mills said, I don't like the mix. I'm going to go in and remix it. After we finished everything, the records were finished, I called Ron Alexenberg over at Epic. I said, Ron, I got an interesting situation for you. How would you like to have Engelbert Humperdinck, Tom Jones, and Gilbert O'Sullivan? And I put that meeting together for him and Gordon Mills.
Well, you know what's amazing about what you just said? It's tenacity. One of the reasons I told Clive Davis you should hire Joel Diamond is because of your tenacity and your belief in people and in songs, and you never give up. And if anybody's out there listening and they say, well, I don't think I'll ever be able to get that guy to cut my song, just remember this interview. You keep going.
Oh, yeah.
You keep trying, right? Am I right, Joel? You don't stop.
Not only right, I think every great thing I've done, including remember the Five Browns of Classical Act? We had 3 number-1 albums in a row on Sony and Billboard magazine. I mean, that was tenacity. Here were 5 kids, from nowhere, and I made them superstars in the classical world.
Unbelievable. And you've been part of great. I think This Girl Is a Woman Now you produced also, Gary Puckett, right?
Well, I didn't produce it, but I gave it to Gary, and that's a great story because.
Oh, so
Gary
you brought it to Gary Puckett. That's the story, right? Again, tenacity.
That was my first hit record I ever had, and that was when I first got my job at MRC Music at Mercury. Tommy Mottola was my assistant at the time.
Now, these are all big names, everybody, in the record business that he's mentioning. All inside, great people. Tommy Mottola became the president of Columbia Records. I mean, this is just an exchange of people growing up in the business and having success like Joel Diamond. Engelbert has a sound that was identifiable immediately. I mean, when you listen to that record, you listen to him sing, as I told him in the interview, you know exactly who he is. It's no different than Sinatra, Sammy, those people, you know, Barry Manilow. You turn on the radio, it's Barry Manilow. You know it's him.
Or for that matter, Johnny Mathis. You know his voice.
Johnny, exactly. So,
And the last album I produced with Helen Reddy, she just passed away recently.
Yes,
I
God
produced her
rest her
last
soul.
album. That was another voice you knew right away. It was Helen Reddy.
Definitely. Well, you've been part of the record business in so many levels, and you continue to do. I know recently you cut a great track with the Righteous Brothers that just knocked my socks off, and they've been a guest on our show. And I just want to tell you that my friendship with you is cherished. We've been friends for a long time, but my respect for you as a musician and a producer has no limits. I mean, you amaze me. You even cut a version of Tie Yellow Ribbon and put Young MC on as a rapping part on one of my records. Some night I'm going to play it to shock the world that record was produced. And by the way, it was a great record. And it was a great record. I might play it Christmas Eve. I might just bring Santa in because it was Santa's greatest. He loved that song.
And please don't say past tense. It was a great record. It is a great record.
Thank you. Thank you. And you are not past tense. You are present too. And I want to thank you for taking the time to call me on this incredibly iconic radio show, because we're part of this station that was responsible for breaking a lot of records in our business. Yeah. It's, as you know, with Cousin Brucey, etc. And Cousin Brucey does 4 hours before I come on. So I'm honored to be part of the same family here, and I'm honored that you took the time to call the night that we had your artist, and he's a great one, Engelbert. And he called in, and he's doing a Christmas special. And his daughter, by the way, you should call him. His granddaughter, he says, is a hit record artist. I think you should use that tenacity. I think you should call him up, and I think you should say, hey, I want to meet your granddaughter. I got a hit for her. Then I want you to scurry around town and find a hit song for Engelbert's granddaughter, because she's going to be singing on that show, and I want you to watch it because it's going to.
I'll tell you something. Engelbert's daughter Louise is also a great singer. They got Engelbert's DNA. I'll tell you that. They're great
not
singers.
Far from the
Louise
tree,
is,
right? I know.
Yeah,
and so
I mean,
if
Engelbert's one of a kind. And one of a kind, and it was an honor and privilege to have worked with him for 20 years, and I produced 109 recordings.
Mike, 109 recordings with one of the great singers of all time. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for the music.
Thank you, Tony. I love you, Tony Orlando.
I love you too, Joel Diamond. Have a good one right here on WABC 77. Good night, buddy, and thank you for the music that you were very much a part of. In fact, you're behind the music. Not just Engelbert, but there's a classic Gary Puckett record. Notice the similarity in the feel of the voice between Engelbert, Gary Puckett, and the great production of Joe Diamond.
Something's wrong between us that your laughter cannot hide, and you're afraid to let your eyes meet mine. And lately when I love you, I know you're not satisfied. I don't see, and it hurts to have them think that you're that kind. But it's knowing that you're looking back that's really killing me. A certain look when she is on the move, and the man can always tell what's on her mind. I hate to have to say it, but that looks all over you. Woman, woman, have you got cheating on your
WABC, All American. Much more WABC music.
Hey, you know, I got to share this with everybody out there. This has been, so far, one of the most amazing journeys I've ever had in 60 years in show business. I'm not kidding. To be able to be with you in your living room or in your car, you know, like this, and to play the music that we both love and grew up with, and be a part of a iconic radio station in the city I was born and raised in New York City, and started my career. I don't have the words to thank you enough, because the show has exploded just like Cousin Brucey said it would. The ratings, the calls, the letters, the emails. You know, you guys can see me. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter and all those, platforms. And continue to do that, because I love your advice. I love your suggestions. And again, I'm humbled that you join me every Saturday night, and so proud to be part of the WABC family. And speaking of family, my brother, David, who's been on the road with me and playing keyboards and co-writing a Broadway show with me along with Michael Amardian, and he's sitting in here kind of like, to use a word that in Yiddish, kvelling, proud of his brother. But I'm proud. I'm going to ask him to come in. Why don't you pick a song that you love to share with the people? David Orlando, my brother. Come on.
Well, tonight is a love theme song show. So how about one of the great love songs by someone that we call the voice, right? The great voice of Journey, Steve Perry. Open Arms by Journey.
There you go, bro. Go ahead for it, Matt. Play it. Talk about a voice. Man.
Lying beside you, here in the dark, feeling your heart with mine. Softly you whisper, you're so sincere. How could our love be so blind? We sailed on together, drifted apart, and here you are by my side. So now I come to you.
with open arms, nothing to hide. Believe what I say. So here I am with open arms, hoping you'll see what your love means to me. Open arms.
All right, America. It's America. Sister Golden Hair. It's a great band.
Well, I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so damn depressed that I set my sights on Monday, and I got myself undressed. I ain't ready for the altar, but I do agree there's times when a woman sure can be a friend of mine. But I keep on thinking about you, sister golden hair surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one poor correspondent, and I've been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the air? Will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? Will I try to fake it? I don't mind saying I just can't make it. Well, I keep on thinking about you, sister golden hair surprise, and I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? Now I've been one more correspondent, and I've been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean you ain't been on the mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the air? Will you love me just a little, just enough to show you care? Will I try to fake it? I don't mind saying I just can't make it.
That's America. Well, that's a great band, really. You know something, talking about great groups, great bands, Commodores special. And you know, we had Lionel on the show. He said to me that this song he wrote for his grandmother. Imagine. So to all the nanas, grandmas, mamitas, we dedicate this to you.
Thanks for the times that you've given me. The memories are all in my mind. And now that we've come to the end of our rainbow, there's something I must say out loud. You once, twice,
times a lady, and I love you. Yes, you once, twice, three times a lady, and I love you. I love you. When we are together, the moments I cherish with every beat of my heart. To touch you, to hold you, to feel you, to need you. There's nothing to keep us apart. You once, twice, three times a lady, and I love you. I love you.
Lionel, does that bring a whole new perspective to that lyric? When I asked him who you wrote this for, he said, I wrote it for my grandmother. So, I mean, you know, you certainly could say that about your wife and your girlfriend, but there's something soulful about writing a song like that for his grandmother. You know, for his yaya, for his mamita, for his nana, for his mima, you know? It's awesome that a guy is that sensitive and that loving to write a song like that. It just blows my mind. And, you know, these writers like Lionel, like McCartney, Lennon, George Harrison, the word soulful applies to everything they do. You can't do a show without Beatles. You got to do Beatles. This is what everybody keeps telling me. You got to do more Beatles. Larry Brown calls me. My brother says it. Susan Mineo says it. You got to do more Beatles. Okay, so why don't we start with this one? Penny Lane. Why? Because I like that piccolo trumpet.
Tony Orlando is rocking your Saturday night.
Music Radio 77 WABC. WABC 77.
So it's Saturday night, right? But let me ask you a question. What are you doing Sunday? Are you getting married, maybe?
I hear some people get married in the park on a Sunday afternoon. And all their friends bring pretty flowers while a band plays a happy tune. Now do you want me? Do you need me? Do you love me like I love you? What are you doing Sunday, baby? Would you like to marry me? Oh, what do you say now? If it's a nice day now, what are you doing Sunday, baby? I wanna marry you. Oh, what are you doing Sunday, eternal love. Now do you want me? Do you need me? Do you love me like I love you? Ooh, what are you doing Sunday, baby? Would you like to marry me? Oh, what do you say now? If it's a nice day now, what are you doing Sunday, baby? I wanna marry you. Oh, what are you doing Sunday afternoon? Do you want me? Do you need me, baby? Love me like I love you. Ooh, what are you doing Sunday, baby? Would you like to marry me? Hey, what do you say now? If it's a nice day now, what are you doing Sunday, baby?
That's Tony Orlando and Dawn Days. We had a big hit with that, written by Tony Wine and Erwin Levine. Hey, you know, every single week, one of the things we've been doing, it's kind of funny, you know, I get people say, well, who's going to do Yellow Ribbon this week? Because the first week we had Sinatra do it, and people say, I didn't know Frank Sinatra did Tie Yellow Ribbon. And then Dina Martin called in and said, why don't you play my father's version? And we played Dean Martin's version. And then somebody said, hey, did Sonny and Cher ever do it? Yes, they did it. We put it on. And Dolly Parton? Yes, Dolly Parton did it. And I thought tonight, who could I play tonight that fits right in with Engelbert Humperdinck as our guest? Talk about a voice. How about this guy? Bing Crosby. Yes, singing Tie a Yellow Ribbon Round the Old Oak Tree. Blows me away. L. Russell Brown. Erwin Levine wrote this one.
I'm coming home, I've done my time. Now I gotta know what isn't mine. If you receive my letter telling you I'd soon be free, then you know just what to do if you still want me. If you still want me.
Sing along with Bing Crosby. Now's your chance.
Tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. It's been 3 long years. Do you still want me? If I don't see a ribbon round the old oak tree, I'll stay on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. If I don't see a yellow ribbon round the old
You go out. What?
Bus driver, please look for me. I just couldn't bear to see what I might see. I'm really still in prison, and my love, she holds the key. A simple yellow ribbon's what I need to set me free. I wrote and I told her, please tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. It's been 3 long years. Do you still want me? If I don't see a ribbon.
You know, I have an idea. We should do a karaoke contest and have you guys sing Yellow Ribbon and see who wins. I love it. Hey, everybody. This is Tony Orlando having another Saturday night with you. It's been a ball. I'll see you all next week. Have a good Sunday, okay? And God bless you for joining us. Good night, everybody.
77 WABC.
WABC New York and 107.1 WLIR Hampton Bays.
WABC.